The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has leveled some fresh allegations against Russia. This as he called on his allies to warn the country against blowing up a dam in Ukraine's south, which could potentially lead to a large-scale disaster. He told the European leaders that Russian terrorists had mined the dam, and if blown, this will have some very serious repercussions that would affect the southern part of Ukraine, especially the Kherson region, which is presently under the Russian occupation. Take a look.
Ukraine's president has accused Russia of plotting to blow up a dam at a hydroelectric plant in the south of the country currently under Russian occupation. In a television address, Volodymyr Zelensky called on the West to warn Russia against the move, saying it would lead to large-scale disaster and flood southern Ukraine.
Now we must all together, all Europeans, all world leaders, all international organizations, make it clear to the terrorist state that such a terrorist attack at Kharkivka will mean exactly the same as the use of weapons of mass destruction.
The volume of water in the reservoir is about equal to the Great Salt Lake in the US state of Utah. Damage to the Kakhovka Dam on the Dnipro River would result in the rapid and devastating flooding of the city of Kherson, in addition to wrecking the system of canals that irrigate southern Ukraine, including Crimea, which Moscow seized in 2014. Zelensky claims Russia plans to blow up the dam to cover up their retreat. Earlier this week, Russia accused Ukraine of plotting to rocket the dam. Neither side has produced evidence to back up allegations. Ukraine's energy minister Herman Halushenko told Reuters that Russia had hit at least half the country's thermal generation capacity and had carried out more than 300 airstrikes on Ukrainian energy facilities since October 10th. He added that 30 to 40% of overall national power infrastructure had been hit. It comes as one of the most important battles of the 8-month war comes to a head near the dam. Ukrainian forces are currently advancing along the river's west bank, with the aim of recapturing the city of Kherson and encircle thousands of Russian troops. Russia has begun what it says is the evacuation of tens of thousands of civilians from the city. Ukraine has imposed an information blackout from the Kherson front. Earlier this week, Sergei Surovikin, the commander of Russian forces in Ukraine, said the situation in Kherson was already difficult, and Russia was not ruling out difficult decisions there.
And we earlier spoke with Alexei Melnik, the co-director of Foreign Relations and International Security Programs at the Razumkov Center, and this is what he had to say.
This morning, I was wake up by sirens, and it's been already 3 hours of intensive attacks all around Ukraine. And as was mentioned, 30% of Ukrainian energy production and transport infrastructure has been damaged already. And this morning, again, dozens of strikes, but we should say, and we always repeat, it is not going to help Russia. What we will suffer, and we stay like hours without electricity. There are no running water in big cities, but at the end of the day, these terrorist tactics will not help Russia. And this is kind of, very strange when we are talking like about Islamic State, which is a terrorist organization. And now we have a state which is a permanent member of the Security Council, and they applying the same terrorist tactics, but on a much bigger scale. And the Kakhovka Dam is threat, and the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. This is something like an enormous scale of terrorism on a global level.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.